All right. Here's something that is coming to me that I want to share. I think that when you're not ready yet, I guess maybe you're not ready yet to start to face your shadow, or like you're not ready to start healing, you keep falling into this feeling of loneliness that your ego kind of puts you in as a defense mechanism, because it's like, okay, like there's these parts of me that I can't look at. It's too scary. No one's ever going to accept this about me. So I can't accept it too. And that's the loneliness, because you're separating yourself from you're ignoring your inner child. You're not embracing your shadow. You're not allowing yourself to feel whole. You're not loving yourself. You're separating yourself. So, like for me, my anger, that was one that's taken me so freaking long to be able to talk about openly. And my kid's been here with me through it all, and he never but kids, until they get older, because he may already be like, that was messed up, Mom, or whatever, but he's never been able to verbalize that. But like, I knew that I wanted to conquer that. I wanted to learn how to face it and deal with it and love it and embrace it, because I don't want to damage people. I don't want to cause more harm. So it's like that part of me had to supersede the part of me that was like, okay, well, it is what it is. Like, I'm just a fucking maniac. Like, no, I don't want to be a maniac. Like, I want to hold space for those moments when I can't handle everything that's on my shoulders right now. I can't face everything right now. And so I have to freak out for a moment. Like, and I'll need people in my life who are okay with that, because as soon as you embrace it, you're like, okay, like, maybe this will mellow out at some point, but for now, this is the behavior that I have. Like, it's not, I'm using this as an example. It's not something that happens to me every day. And actually, I've even not been getting as triggered by my kid lately too. So we'll see what happens with that because it's very overstimulating. But I think also the desire for intimacy, because it's like there's this point that you realize that it's like truly the intimacy always comes back to that feeling intimacy within, because I'm never going to feel it with somebody else if I don't already feel it inside of me. I'm never going to be able to have those moments of closeness and those moments of acceptance unless I already feel it inside of me. Because like playing in our shadows, like there is some entertainment there's some fun, and there's excitement, there's a lot of adrenaline and stuff like that, but it's like that always ends up giving us this kind of low, or it just continues the separation. So it's like that is a part of this world, and you can just play in the circus if you want to, but it's ultimately damaging. There's no healing that's going on. There's no wholeness that's going on. And it might be who knows what other types of, like what the damage is, like neural, like mentally and whatever, I don't know. Cause it seems like the earth is built more for playing in the shadows than it is for, like, you have to actively choose healing. You have to actively choose to bring stuff to the light. So it seems like earth is more built for being in the shadows, but actually like coming together and finding wholeness is like active work, inner work. So I'm like, I have this intensity, but I'm like, but what the other part about that is that it's given me this passion and this dramaticness, and like I don't know where the dance comes in and all of it, but I'm like, you can't. That's what you start to realize. You're like, you can't just have one without the other. You can't have this like deep passion and lust for life and love for Mother Nature and like this deep connection without having the other darkness that comes with it. So then you just start to see that, and it's like, because I play about the trust issues thing, but all of this is, even with my own mom, y'all, I don't know what's going to happen there, but I'm not scared of her anymore. I used to like, I had to realize that I was like, I was doing things like praying over myself and stuff before I went around her because I didn't feel safe. But there was aspects of myself that I wasn't loving. I was like, I was still going and hanging out with this person because I was like, I'm in the shadows too. So you don't want to hate yourself for any of that either, because you just take the time, you got to take the time you need to be like, okay with all of the things that we've done and stuff like that. But like, I'm not afraid. Like now I'm not uncomfortable being around people. I don't know where my social battery is and all this. I'm sure that I like privacy too. And I like, solitude, and I need to meditate to do stuff. Like there's elements that go with doing this work that I'm like, I have to have time to, like, I'm very sensitive. And, if I didn't have my kid with me all the time, I probably would like get out and about more, because I'm still like, I like people and I always have and stuff. So it was like, but when it comes to like who I want in my life, it's like, I want people that also are doing the work so that we can, have this greater understanding and create this intimacy and be able to talk about different things and stuff like that. Like, but it's helped me I went through a weird sort of agoraphobic kind of stage in this, because I was just like, I had to, I'm trying to find the words and they're not coming to me, but that's the understanding that you come to. That's why people like, I still don't want to be in isolation forever. I still want to have like have friends that I hang out with, or like a community, or like groups or something that I do like, but you also you're not lonely when you're in isolation. Because isolation is not really the right word. You're not lonely when you're in solitude, because once your inner connection is there, once you connect with God, because that's why for me too, I'm like, I don't need, like, I like to use the term God, but it's kind of like you can interchange these words, because you feeling that unity, you're feeling that wholeness within, you're feeling that connection. So you're like, I don't have to be around people all the time. I don't need constant interaction or validation or escape, because I'm okay. I'm content. That's something I wanted to share, because, it is terrible to feel that loneliness does still suck. And it sucks to feel like there's not people that are going to embrace like whatever shadows that you are here with. But it's like, none of that is actually true. It's never going to be true, because people watch shows about serial killers. So it's like, it's not like we all know that we have these aspects. It's just like, you do have to find the right people that can hold that darkness for you. But it's like, it doesn't mean that that's, not in exist. Everything that you can possibly fathom is already in existence. I'm hoping this is making sense. So you're not alone. Okay. But you do have to have the willingness. It's strength, but the strength will come in time. So I think it's really just the willingness, the desire to face it and embrace it, because my anger was one of them. Cause like, yeah, I've gone batshit and broken stuff and screamed at the top of my lungs. I really like the screaming part, not around people. I wish I had a safe space for that, but I honestly think that that's necessary sometimes. But the breaking stuff and just, it's over the top. It's unnecessary. Like, I can look at it now and be like, that's too much. Like, but it took me being able to like face it and be like, okay, but like, this is a pain that I'm not able to, I don't feel safe with it yet. Like, I'm still trying to create that safety, that container to hold this. But it took me being willing to sit with it and face it and deal with it without running from it, without judging it, and without saying there's something innately wrong with me. There's nothing innately wrong with any of us. Okay. I love y'all.